Yeah, it's hard. That's a hard question. I don't know. I think you need new talent. You need like a lot of like, I don't know what the formula is. I was always a big fan of the on-beat battles. I think more on-beat stuff and music, making it more musical. I mean, you get things like Red Bull and like, I think there's another channel, I've forgotten their name, but I see their stuff on TikTok. Like that MC Ren is like doing a lot of them and he's killing it. And that's like kind of more of a beat kind of on beat battles, and like that seems to be doing well. You know, obviously the acapella battles was don't flop. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. I think shorter battles. I think battles got too long. That was one, but like I understand it. Like I get it. People wanted to rap longer, but I do think shorter battles are better. But I would say that, like, because I just like the older kind of battles. Like, I like the shorter rounds and the kind of.
You once said, yeah, you keep your rounds concise and you like it that way, as opposed to people kind of going off on these really long tangents that they're fine, but you can't expect people to hold their attention forever, especially at an event where there's maybe 5 or 6 of these that are going to happen.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know the answer to that. Do you know what I mean? Like, we've had documentaries, we've had films based on battle rap, but there's been like numerous things. And you know, the battle rap will always go on. Do you know what I mean? It's going to grow, it's going to go back down, then it's going to get big again, then it will go back down. It's like it's a wave. Do you know what I mean? It goes up and down, and then you look at its origins. You know what I mean? At the start of hip hop, which is quite a new kind of thing. But even before then, like sort of two people, there was obviously always these ways of like competitive poetry, or whether it was flighting or whatever the ancient versions of these things. Like it's just like it's a common kind of like, it's going to have many different lives and many different formats and different ways of going to different things. But what the perfect formula is, I couldn't tell you, because if I knew, I would have done it. Well, not necessarily, but do you know what I mean? It's hard. But I do think actually, like, there's something more in the kind of the musical kind of like how I was talking about doing the on beat clashes, like diss tracks. You know what I mean? Like, look at Kendrick and Drake right now, like, you know, doing like a kind of diss track kind of league where it's like you're making actual diss tracks against each other rather than you're performing live. I mean, I don't know, maybe you perform the diss tracks live, I don't know. Like there's something there where I think you get more musical, you get producers involved, it can become, there's something there basically.
Is it too restrictive now compared to when you started then? I mean, in terms of, because you've kind of hit something. I was going backwards and forwards with Bobby Rex on this, because Battle Rap Resume threw out a bit of a punny title, but my way of interpreting was discontent, right? With this winter of discontent, haha, chuckle, chuckle. But I looked at it like, well, don't think of it in terms of these just have to be battles. Why can't you let the guys interpret what discontent is? Like, go away, come back with experiment. You know, really go into the weeds on what you think you could make that would be unique or a bit, you know, just something different. Show what can be done. Like, again, you mentioned Koj, right? Koj is just every day showing what a passion and a dedication can achieve. Right. Let's say someone has a different interpretation, but at the moment, battle rap is kind of pigeonholed to a certain degree in, well, no, this is how it's been done for the last sort of 10, 15 years since it was last successful. And it just occurs to me that the thing that blows up next is almost the opposite of the thing that blew up first. That the next big star is never a carbon copy of the last. They're always different. So is it a case of just trying to be a bit more experimental then, or trusting that the next talent might showcase something you've never seen before, and you've got to just let them work it out a little bit rather than shutting it down by saying that's not how it's done?
Yeah, 100%. And trying different things, you know what I mean? Well, another thing I always wanted to try and don't flop was doing music video battles. So have like two people do diss tracks and then they make their own music video and then you put it together. Do you know what I mean? Like things like that, like there's so many different avenues and ways you can do things. But yeah, I mean, obviously, like even with Sounds Like, what we're doing with Sounds Like that's kind of brought the kind of freestyle era back in a weird way, because we're doing these kind of freestyle challenges, and like it's mixed with like comedy and like just rhyming kind of game show kind of style. So, but that's like another avenue that could take off. You never know. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think you're right where it might need to reinvent itself a little bit, but then you get like it's very successful in America. I mean, again, the success goes up and down, but little things happen that kind of perplex, new people come in. But yeah, it needs something, but I don't know what it is.
But you're right. Sounds like, for me, introduces the participation component. It's play along. I mean, I get that you're not, you don't have the wealth of experience, and maybe you don't have the advanced rhyming dictionary available via shuffletea.com right now, but you can look at a picture and have your own ideas, chime in, play along at home, and suddenly it's, well, this is rhyming. This is what we do. Like, it's not so scary. It's not so nebulous. It's not so, oh, well, that's battle rap. Isn't that thing that Eminem did in that movie? It's like, no, it's a genre of entertainment, and here's how you would apply it. Like, sounds like made it fun. I would argue they made it so audience members could have fun, which is again, what a unique, quaint concept that people would go to an event and have a laugh. Like, it feels like that's a simple solution to a problem that's existed for a while. Yeah.
Definitely, and I've always thought that stand-up comedy is like the closest thing to battle rap.
Right.
Like, just draw the most comparisons. Like, it almost became like that was part of the art form, was making people laugh just as much as it was, you know, writing a good writing or like flow or whatever. But so, you know, I think having like comedian guests mixed in with like rappers kind of leans it more to being a kind of more comedy show. But yeah, I don't know. We're trying something, but you know, who knows where it will go.